Hi everybody, it's Steve Truelove, Love Life, Love You, and being the best version of yourself. So today we're going to talk about changing habits. Bad habits really. If you've got good habits, let's keep them. If we got bad habits, a lot of people want to change their bad habits. So what is a bad habit? It could be biting your nails. Smoking can be a habit. It can also be somebody who clicks their fingers continuously. Those people who do that a lot. A lot of clicking going on because they get something from it, but it becomes a habit. It's almost like it's a stress release or a tension release. That's what I understand from people who do it. And, what other habits do you have in your life? What habits do you have that you don't particularly like or you'd like to change? Have a little think about it. Most of us know what type of habits we have. How do we change a habit that we've been running for a long time? Because habits are usually formed over repetition. The more time we do something, then it's more likely to become a habit, because within ourselves, our neural pathways, they start to train us to do that over and over. And it becomes a habit we sometimes not actually aware we're doing. How many times does somebody click their fingers and go, oh, that goes through me? You go, oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was doing it. Or somebody sitting there biting their nails. They're all little habits. So how do we change it? So let's take one of them. Yeah. So somebody who maybe clicks their joints on their fingers. Now, if they want to change it, and again, this is something you've got to want to do, because if you're happy with your habit, then it's not a bad habit for you. So find a habit that you don't like doing and you want to change. So we're using an example of clicking the fingers. Now, if you think about every time you move your hands, something is triggering you to do this. It could be a feeling in your body. It could be an environmental thing. That's usually what's triggering our habits. So what happens is we go into the cycle of maybe moving our hands together and they start pushing on the joints. What would you like to do, or how would you like to feel differently? Maybe you just want to stop doing the habit altogether. So all you imagine is every time you bring your hands together, you can move your hand to a different place. I can go for nail biting. It's every time you bring your hands to your mouth, take it and scratch your ear. Is that a better habit than biting your nails? A little scratch of your ear. What would you want to replace the habit of clicking your fingers with? Just think of something that's a little bit more desirable, and then you start to change them. Almost like what they call in NLP a swish technique. You're swishing one for the other. So as you imagine it in your mind, you're bringing your hands together to click your fingers, or your hands coming up to your face and it just triggers that you're going to bite your nails. Just imagine swishing it to the other picture of you scratching your ear. So it's almost like bring it up, swish, you've got a different picture in your mind. You're just changing the program in your mind to a different picture. So instead of a biting of a nail, you're scratching your ear. Same can go with the finger clicking. You go to click your fingers, instead of bringing them together, you might decide to clap your hands instead. Is that a different habit? Every time you clap your hands and move them apart. Or you could just take your hand up and scratch one ear. You could scratch both ears. It may look a little bit odd, but what's clicking your fingers, every time you do that? Is it odd? Is it something you really enjoy doing? Or is it annoying for other people? You've got to decide what you want to change, because, as I say to people, you are the master of your own ship. So any habits that you have, good or bad, then you've created them for whatever reason. So you can uncreate them and relearn something else. So you could just practice, sit in a chair, think about the behavior, the habit you want to change. Now, if it is bringing your hands together to click, just sit there, close your eyes, imagine your hands coming together, and then change the picture. So it becomes a clap or a scratch of a ear. You're just moving your hands in a different way, and you're sending a new message between mind and body. And then that starts to create the new habit. So if you just run it over and over and imagine bringing your hands together, swish the picture so that you go and you scratch your ear. Or bringing your hands together and you swish the picture to clapping your hands. You're just swishing the pictures. Eyes closed, imagine it quite vividly if you can, or get a sense of it if you can't visualize. Get a sense of clapping hands. We know we can all imagine what a clapping of hands are without visualizing it. You can get a sense of clapping your hands, a sense of clicking your fingers, a sense of biting your nails. And all you're doing is changing one movement for a new one in your mind. You're swishing a new picture. So you're replacing one for the other. You're moving the bad habit you no longer want away and you're swishing a new one in front. Swish. You swap them. Swish. And keep doing it over and over. Repetition is what it's all about. Because you're now creating a new program within your mind that's going to give you a more favorable outcome of a habit. You're still going to have another habit until you decide to stop scratching your ear or clapping your hands. You can change anything you want just by repetition. So I hope that's been of some help and something you can use yourself. Just remember, it's a swish technique. You see the habit that you no longer want. You create a new habit that you rather have and you swap them. Okay? Great. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. So bye for now.